20 steps, 40 steps,
I don't want your jacket.
however many steps, you persist evenly and smoothly, leg into your hand until you get the answer, and then you allow him to go. Either to make the transition, yeah, or whatever, alright? Yeah, that's it, beautiful. Beautiful. Sit the trot, 10-meter circle. Good, round, good. That's it. And then posting trot. Good. Now ask him to lengthen stride a little bit. So, it's like a short release with your hand. You just put your hand forward a couple inches, a little squeeze, yeah? And if you've been doing it right, the connection, you're going to find that he's round and forward.
Am I in your
If
way?
you've been doing it wrong, his head's going to be all over the
Not
place.
really.
Yeah?
Just tell me if I am.
Good. Very good,
Oh,
Pete.
it's not a
I'll go
big
on the
deal
other
until.
And ordinary
Okay.
trot. Working trot.
Thanks.
So the first thing that you do when I say working trot from a lengthened trot should be think, bend my knees, keep my leg on them, and then feel it with my hand. My leg into my hand and keep the feel. It's not that I go hands first and he sort of stops and then I put my leg on. It's that I put my leg on and then my hand. Change direction. How much leg? How much leg? Well, I like horses to be light on the aids. So I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 as hard as you can pull, I think you would like to ride these horses because you're all girls. I think you'd like to ride them with maybe, as you're continuing in a gait like right now, with maybe 1 degree or 1.5 in your legs and hands. And I would say that 3 degrees would be max in a transition, and if it took more than that, instead of using more leg or hand, I'd back it up with a cluck or a whoa, depending on if it's forward or back. And I'd back it up with a stick if it needs to go forward, or a little hand and arm and body if it needs to come back, so that pretty soon it listens to a light aid. Transition to walk. Sink in. Little leg to hand. He stays round. Yeah. Now if he comes above the bit in the transition, remember, don't do it. Don't finish it. Turn it into a half halt and then ask again when you're going to get it. Short walk. Otherwise known as half halt. Leg to hand. Get the answer. Get the answer, then working walk when you have the answer.
See who?
When you have it, then working walk. Good.
Can you see him?
Good.
Because he's like.
Short walk, otherwise known as half halt. When you get the answer, then working trot. Yes, Kate. Yes, Kate. Beautiful. And then when you get the answer, you can feel now, can't you? You don't have to hold their heads down in the transition, do you? Because if you've done the half halt first, and they've given you the answer, then you can just allow them with a lovely light rein up in the transition. There's no holding them down. And there would never be need for draw reins or whatever, because you can put them there between your legs and hands. Yeah? You don't need the auxiliary stuff, or the gimmicks and the garbage. You don't need that. You can do it with normal tack. Good. Now do a half halt at the trot. Sit the trot, short steps. Get the answer, then working canter. The answer's the give, and when you go to canter, he should stay round and forward. Good. And so that should have stayed though. So you went ahead and did it. So you told him that it was okay for his head to go in the raffle. And so when you'd be going to go to the CETs or whatever, and you made that transition, that wasn't acceptable, was it? So go back to the trot and do it over, Kristen. Go back to posting trot. Go back to posting trot.